Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Anno 1800. I'm the man. Well, today we won't be building, today we won't be solving quests, today we won't be solving puzzles. If you have read the description of the video, today we're gonna focus on something I like to call the artillery battleship. Now, just so you know, this is not a new ship in the game, this is not a DLC ship, this is not a mod ship, it's an actual ship in the game, from the base game, that has one specific purpose. Like, there's one specific job for this ship. Now, obviously, for this thing to work, you need to have yourself a battleship. So that means you need to have engineering first, and then you have to build actually the steam shipyard and stuff like that. So, what do you use this ship for? I've mentioned it a few times in my videos. If you have watched like the actual Let's Play when I've conquered the old world, you probably know to what I'm referring, and this won't be anything new to you. When it comes to sieges, the medium and hard AI, those bastards like to build themselves the Big Betties, the Big Betty cannons. So basically the Big Betty cannon is a high advanced defense structure that you can build on your island. It takes lots of influence points, it takes a lot of resources, but the range of this bad boy is huge. This thing can basically, I think, free shot a ship of a line, and it takes, I think, around 6 or so shots to destroy a battleship. So it is quite powerful. And hard AIs, especially on the big islands, they tend to build 3 of those bad boys next to each other. So yeah, your fleet potentially can get completely devastated. So, like, is there a way around it? Or do you just have to spam ships like crazy and, like, you know, pray for the best? No, not exactly. You can actually cheese the game a little bit. You can outsmart the AI. And this is where the artillery battleship comes into play. Basically, I am capable of outranging the Big Betty cannon. Yeah, you can actually outrange that bad boy. So, as you can see, I got a set amount of specialists here, okay? And the entire focus of the ship is just to focus on the range, okay? It's not gonna be like superb when it comes to fighting ship versus ship, because I still prefer to have the ship of the line for that thing. When it comes to sieging an actual island, this thing is basically like a sniper rifle. It's awesome. I really like this thing. So, first of all, you need to have specialists for this thing to work. Now, where do you get those guys? Well, you get them from the pirates. You get them, I think, sometimes from the prison. And I think you can get the telescope from even Archibald. So yeah, he has some usage around here, which is great. But yeah, that means that you have to actually roll through his items for quite some time, because, well, obviously he focuses on items that are related to peace treaties, to movement speed, some buildings related to dock and stuff like that. I think you can find some of those guys at the prison. I'm not exactly sure though. But I think I used to buy them from the prison at some point in my life. You just have to look for the specific people, but yeah, it's a bit harder to get them from the prison as well. But eventually you should be able to spot them. Right now I'm not that lucky actually, which is kinda annoying. Yo, game, come on, throw the specialist at me. Okay, apparently they don't spawn here anymore. Well, that's a bummer. So yeah, for sure you need to have a good relations with the pirates, which is actually not that hard, and as you can see already we are getting ourselves an admiral over here. So what you need to do is you need to keep rolling till you're gonna find yourself the admirals and vice admirals, such as this one over here, that increases the attack range. That's the thing you need to focus on. So there are of course items that are really easy to get, such as Vice Admiral Paulistia, or how are we gonna pronounce this guy, Vice Admiral Romanov. You can get those guys from the prison, and then you have, of course, the telescope, which you can get from, let's say, Archibald. The fourth item is actually the biggest problem. This bastard over here, the Wild Anarchist Sencenti, Sereci, how are we gonna pronounce him? The problem with this dude is that he comes from the DLC. Sadly. He comes with the DLC with the Anarchist, with Dr. Hugo Mercier, so that's a bit of a problem. I think I got that guy only from him, which is also another thing. But yeah, you kinda need to have a DLC for that thing to work. There's also a way around it, but yeah, that is an actual problem. So as you see here, you got like a few items that actually increases your attack range. You also have this guy, but he only increases the attack range by 10. And the guy from the DLC increases the attack range by 15, and you actually need to have him. Now, there's a way around it. There is also the legendary guy over here. Obviously, he's gonna be a little bit harder to acquire, but there are a few ways you can actually get this legendary admiral to help you actually destroy harbors. You can get him from as a military reward, ship drops, main islands takeover from Admiral de Silva. You can get it actually sometimes from the pirates, which is also nice. He can visit your island, and you can get him sometimes from the quests from either de Silva, Gion, Annie, Harrow, or maybe even from the Ebereros, or if you're really lucky, you can even try to get him from the rescue mission. So for the purpose of this video, we're gonna of course use this guy over here. I'm gonna actually send this ship just in case. This is the thing when it comes to artillery ships. When I actually make siege on enemy islands, I most of the time send the artillery battlecruiser and like 2 ships of a line or 3 ships of a line as escort ships, right? And those escort ships are just sitting around on anchor, waiting for any potential threats. But if you're gonna be doing this thing on your own, I actually recommend that you're gonna have a nearby trading ship, like for example the cargo ship, and just give him the white flag. With the white flag, he's basically immune to any forms of damage. Even the sea mines, the underwater mines, he's also immune. He's immune, of course, to the artilleries, to the coastal cannons, coastal defenses. And if your battlecruiser by mistake will sink at the bottom of the sea, then you can at least try to salvage the items with the cargo ship that will have a white flag. So allow me to show you the power of artillery ship. As you can see over here, I've swapped the specialist over here, so the legendary one. So you don't actually need to have the DLC, it just helps. But if you're not into buying DLCs, you can do it with those guys. Yeah, sure, as I said, they're gonna be a bit harder to acquire, but, well, like you can do it this way, right? A really cool thing is that you're gonna completely outrange the normal cannons, and Big Betty, you'll be just at the edge of its range, but still you should be able to do this thing without much of a problem. So obviously you want to take care of the normal defenses. Remember to put the ship on anchor, otherwise he's gonna be sailing around like a madman. You want him to stay in one spot. You don't want him to move at all. Otherwise he actually may be stupid. Most of the times he will be stupid, and he's gonna get closer just to do some stupid shit, and he'll get annihilated by Big Bettys that are actually over here. The Silva didn't manage to build three of them over here, but normally they build 3 per their coast, right? So there should be 3 over here. Let's actually see those. Yeah, even Hugo Meyer actually builds 2 of those, and this is I think his secondary island. This is his secondary island as well, I believe. No, this is his main island, but I basically kicked him out from his main island. And I got, of course, the old fuck over here, Lady Margaret Hunt, and she already has as well 2 cannons on a small island like this. A small island like this, and she's already using 2 cannons over here. So yeah, the hard AI, they're gonna use that thing all over the place, which is kinda annoying. So you move your ship closer to the enemy island. Remember to put him board side, so he can fire from all of his cannons. And, well, you want to destroy first the repair crane, because he's gonna be repairing everything around him, even the buildings. So try to take care of that thing first. And after that, take care of the cannons. You don't have to attack the civilian buildings, so just like, let's say, the oil harbor, the shipyards. I don't think you have to. You can, but you don't have to. Don't attack the depots, don't attack, let's say, fisheries and stuff like that. Once the coastal defenses on this island, on this side of the island, will be destroyed, you want to move the artillery battlecruiser to a different side. So you're gonna keep the island in constant combat. Because if I now move this guy on the opposite side, where he got the rest of the coastal buildings, there is a chance that the island will exit combat. And after the island will exit combat, the AI will instantly begin to repair the hardware, and you will have to basically go back here and destroy those things once again. So the idea here is that you destroy the coastal defenses, you sail in, even with a gunship, with a gunboat, and you just keep bombarding like coastal buildings so that the island will be constantly in combat. That is basically the purpose of this thing. But anyway, I am destroying the cannons. Like, they haven't fired even once. So that's working according to plan, right? Now, let's actually try to take care of the Big Betty. Yeah, I think I should be safe. So, how do you do this thing? Well, obviously you need to sail closer. If you're gonna select the Big Betty of enemy coastal defenses, you're gonna see its range. Like, next to my ship, you should see a blue line. That's the range of the Big Betty. This is how you can actually check the range. So you want to get more or less at the very edge of its range. And once you do that, and remember to keep it on anchor, you just click the button. Actually, I'm actually getting attacked by one of the cannons, so move away a little bit. Okay, see? I'm attacking Big Betty. I think I'm safe. Yeah, I'm not getting attacked by the coastal defenses. So, I am standing over there with my battlecruiser, and I'm actually destroying his Big Betty over here. Big Betty is outranged. The cannon that is basically supposed to be the biggest, most powerful cannon in the entire game, the cannon with the biggest range and the biggest damage output, have been outranged by my artillery battlecruiser. My battlecruiser just sits over there, keeps bombarding. Sure, it's gonna take some time. If you want to, you can bring 2 ships of those over here to speed up the process. But if you gotta play your cards right, you can basically destroy almost any island in the game with only 1 ship. The only thing that you're gonna have is some escort ships, just in case, because obviously the AI would try to stop you. So I kinda recommend that you're gonna have at least some type of escort ships around him, you know, just in case. And do as well keep those ships on anchor. One Big Betty already destroyed. Select the battlecruiser once again and order him to attack the other cannon. Come on, fire it! Here we go. Perfect. Now, if you're wondering what is this thing, it doesn't increase its range, it just increases the damage. I basically got this thing from one of the cultural sets I have on my main island, which is, I believe, not this thing. Not this thing. Ah, this thing over here. So I got, and I kinda recommend that you're gonna have this set, the Northern Sagas. This thing increases the hit points of all of my warships and increases the damage by 3%. And this works like map-wide. Map-wide, not campaign-wide. So that means that this effect won't apply in, let's say, the New World, or in the Arctic, or in Mbessa. It will apply only in this region. But, you know, sometimes it's really nice to have even that 5%. And I was busy, but Big Betty over here is getting annihilated, and my ship is still standing. My ship is still bombarding. There you go, goodbye. The rest of it is just a matter of time. And as I said, destroy the coastal defenses, leave the buildings that possibly cannot attack you back, sail in with any ship, just make it a ship with a cannon, and keep the island constantly in combat. So that will give the battlecruiser some time to circle around and begin attacking, for example, this side of the coastal defenses. He also has some, yeah, see? He has fisheries over here, and he still uses Big Betty. The hard AI just loves to use the Big Betty cannon all over the place. Every single goddamn island that the hard AI owns will have the Big Betty.
Unfettered from possessions.
Big Betty! All over the place. Every single islands have Big Bettys, man. And you can outrange them with one ship. With one ship that will be sitting safely in the distance and bombarding the enemy island till everything will get completely destroyed. So yeah, this is what I call my artillery battlecruiser. As I said, it's not a ship. It's not a ship from a mod. It's not a ship from a DLC. It's a specific ship from the base game that has one specific purpose. I actually like to do this thing from time to time. That I put my ships. Oh, what the heck? Why have you on board? I actually like to do this thing sometimes, that I have ships with specific items for a specific purpose. Okay, so this is like, I think I kinda recommend that people will do. especially since, well, we don't have that many skins for the game. For example, I sometimes keep like a small gunboat in the harbor, actually not this one, but on other harbors. There's a gunship that has a white flag on it, and its basic purpose is to do fast delivery of specialists or stuff like that. So, you know, just saying that you may actually use those tricks, man. Highly recommending those things. And, well, since my battlecruiser is completely outraging the Big Betty, the normal coastal defenses are not even a proper challenge at this point. I completely outrange the normal cannons. Sure, if the AI would be using the Harbor Master and some specialists from the let's say the prison or other specialists that actually can affect the coastal defenses, sure, Big Betty's could actually have bigger range than the artillery battlecruiser, but the thing is that the AI won't use the Harbor Master and they won't use specialists, because that's how the AI works. So it works for the AI, but it not necessarily have to work against actual living people. So keep that thing in mind if your friend will be building defenses and you're gonna try to attack him with one ship. He may still defeat you. Just say. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you have learned something cool. And do try it yourself. Let me know how it went. As I said, the biggest problem is to acquire the final guy, either the anarchist or the admiral. But even with 3 items, and if you're gonna drop, let's say, the rare telescope that gives you only 10% of range, you should still be able to outrange at least the normal coastal defenses without basically any fucking problem. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm rambling too much, so I think I'm gonna leave this thing as over here. Let me know what you think, and if you have some other cool ideas or other questions that you want to, I don't know, me to show you or explain to you why exactly I'm doing something on the way I'm doing it, let me know in the comment section below, because for now, I'm gonna leave this thing as obvious. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like this episode. See you in the next video.